Good evening, everybody, and welcome to TJK Network. My name is Tyler Kasperzak, as we are not too far away from our opening kickoff of this 2026 fall sports season for the Pequannock Golden Panthers here at PTHS Stadium Field. So let's go over the Golden Panther stats of how they finished last season, and we can talk about some things heading into this season. So here are the team stats for the 2025 season. So it was a down year for the Golden Panthers. They finished with a 4-5 record, which was a .444 winning percentage. They went 2-3 in the division, which is a 400 winning percentage. And that put them at 4th place in the SFC American White Division. And unfortunately, they missed the entire state sectional playoffs in general. And their final game of the season was a postseason consolation game. Shout out to my crew, Billy DeMio, Logan DeRosa, and Dylan Shetler, who is going to be doing the camera in this opening matchup tonight. Shout out to them for running that broadcast on their own. That was the first game in TJK Network history that was not ran by me on the main station. So credits to them for that game. But overall, the Golden Panthers had a rough season. But they were 1-4 at some point in the season. Later on, they were able to start winning some games. We can go over the entire stretch. So the first 5 games, they went 1-4, but then they went 3-1 in their next 4. So they at least closed the season out on a respectable note. But one big key for the Golden Panthers last year is they did not win a single home game last season. You heard that. The Golden Panthers were 0-4 here at PTHS Stadium Field, but they were actually very good on the road. They were 4-1 as a road team. But the one big issue we can get down to the rough season was the inexperienced defense and even partially the offensive line. There was a lot of new guys thrusted into the starting job. And we can go over the quarterback pressure. Braden Van Len had similar stats, like completion percentage and quarterback rating, to Alex Delizia the year prior, but he had doubled the pass attempts while maintaining that same percentage, which just shows that he was under siege a lot in those games. And on top of that, the defense, could not hold their ground. Usually, it felt like always on a 3rd down when Pequannock was close to getting that stop. It unfortunately just didn't happen, and that ultimately shifted the momentum in the wrong way for the Golden Panthers. But again, the 2025 season has been put aside. It is a done and written chapter, and now it is up to see what the Golden Panthers group can do this year to bounce back. Now, you may think, after that season, you think that they would go back into an easier division, kind of like the division they used to be in, which was the National Blue. No, they're still in the American White this year. There are some division changes, but it is not easier for Pequannock. That is for certain. And we can tell you some of the teams that are now in the division and also out of the division. So the American White last season was Hanover Park, Mountain Lakes, Madison, Pequannock, Morris Catholic, and Parsippany. And we will pull up the division for this year. So the American White now is Caldwell. Hanover Park is still in the division. Madison's also still in the division, and same for Mountain Lakes, and same for Pequannock. But Caldwell is the big team in the division now this year. Gone is Morris Catholic and Parsippany. So Pequannock, again, is going to have to deal with a tough strength of schedule. And they're going to have to bounce back big time if they want to succeed within this tough strength of schedule. But anyways, as we get some people in our live stream, be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Subscribing is completely free and helps us out a ton. Send this message to family and friends who can subscribe. This broadcast is also brought to you by our official sponsors, PullBet.com and TopWareBastards.com. be sure to check out the TJK shop. Link in the description below. It is tjk152.com/shop to go check out our latest merchandise. Be sure to also follow our socials. We are available on Instagram and TikTok, and both are at TJK Network. And for more information on our sports network, go to tjk152.com/network. And again, our shop link is tjk152.com/shop. And again, you can find all these links in the description below. While we're at it, let's go over your starting quarterback for the Golden Panthers. That is going to be number 9, Nick Sherburne. This is his sophomore season. He is coming in with clean stats. This will be his first time being a starting quarterback here for the Golden Panthers. So Nick Sherburne will be behind center for Pequannock, commanding this Golden Panther offensive group. So the Golden Panthers just took the field for the first time as we open up this 2026 season. Now for the opponent for the Golden Panthers, they'll be taking on the Boonton Bombers as they begin to walk their way to the field. Now for the Boonton Bombers, they had a respectable 5-4 season last year, 3-2 in the SFC National Blue. They started off 3-0 and then they kind of ran to a skid. But overall, a respectable season for the Boonton Bombers. And this year they are in a new division. They are in the SFC National White Division. So not the National Blue, the National White. So this is an outside division matchup here. And here come the Bombers as they will begin to walk out the field. Once again, my name is Tyler Kazak. This is our 5th year of broadcasting Pequannock Sports here on TJK Network. To anyone new who is coming in, be sure to hit the subscribe button. TJK Network, your #1 coverage here on Pequannock Sports. National anthem will be underway.
Stand, remove your hats, and stand by for the national anthem.
Make sure it works this time.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the national anthem all set and done. Now it's time for opening kickoff, which will begin momentarily. As the officials out here at center field, as we prepare for our coin toss.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today's game being played under the rules governed by the NJSIAA. These rules differ from the rules used for collegiate and professional athletics. NJSIAA requires officials to enforce the rules regarding unsportsmanlike conduct by coaches, players, and fans. All are reminded that this contest between high school athletes and it's considered to be an extension of the classroom setting. For the NJSIAA and the New Jersey State Attorney General's Office, there will be no tolerance for negative statements or actions between opposing players, coaches, and fans. This includes taunting, baiting, berating opponents, trash talking, or any other harassing actions which could cause ridicule or embarrassment to them. It is everyone's personal responsibility to demonstrate good sportsmanship and to adhere to this policy at all times. Fans who violate this policy are subject to expulsion from the site. Folks, your referees for this evening's game. Our head referee, Jesus Rivera. Umpire, Sacha Pierre Lewis. Headline judge, Ray Perez. Line judge, Andre Castano. Field judge, Andrew Tedesco. Side judge, Briar Newberry. And our clock operator, Richard DePena.
Just when you thought you were out, they pulled you back in. Many years since you've I know, I talked to him. I said, he didn't have the ability to play football. I said, you chicken. I said, you only played the 8th grade. I said, you gotta have it here. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Finally. Hey, that's okay. It was a pretty good play, though. I'll take his arm anyway.
So here we are as we get ready for opening kickoff. It'll be the Golden Panthers who will kick the ball first, as the Boonton Bombers will be the ones receiving it here on our first opening drive of the game.
Let's go, DJ!
And here we are underway. Looks like an onside kick there, but it looks like Boone's going to get this one with no problems here. And we are underway as Boonton will get their offense out there.
Number 6, Josiah Chaplin.
So Josiah Chaplin was the one to receive the ball for opening kickoff. Boone will start off here with a run for a few yards. It'll be a second down.
Tackle number 50 for Pequannock, Pablo Delgado.
Pablo Delgado with the tackle. It'll be a second down. Handed off once again. It is Josiah Chaplin on the carry. And it'll be a third down. Pequannock looking to have a much better defensive year. They have Boonton on their first drive down to a third down. Looking for a big stop here. And Boonton is able to find their way to getting a first down, but we have flags on the field. That was Dustin Ackerman who had the ball.
Stop by number 10 for Pequannock, Austin Daniel.
It was Austin Daniel with the tackle. We'll see who the penalty is against. It's going to be against Pequannock, it looks like. As Boonton will move up the field. So, Boonton with the first down, and they'll gain more yards off of that Pequannock penalty. Flipped over to Hasten Cherry. As he breaks through a few tackles, he is on the run before being tackled there at the sideline. Out of bounds. But Boonton continues here on offense as they pick up another first down as the chains keep moving here for the Bombers. Going for another handoff there. It was to number 21, Justin Zamet, but he is stopped pretty quickly. Pequannock able to hold him up there. Boone trying to push here. That was another handoff there. It was Justin Zamet. Boonton, though, in the red zone, endangering the Golden Panthers here. Flipped over to number 0, Hasten Cherry, as he will get into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Bombers will strike first and take a 6-0 lead. Extra point is on the way. It'll be number 23, kicking this one here. We have a couple duplicate numbers on the Boone roster, so we apologize if we don't have every name. So here is the kick, and it'll be good. So Boonton on their first drive, they will strike first and take a 7-0 lead. So now it will be up to the Golden Panthers to try to respond here on offense again. It is Nick Sherburne in his sophomore season who is going to be commanding this Pequannock offense.
Let's go, 2-5!
9 minutes and 20 seconds to go in our first quarter here. And here we are with Boonton kicking this one here. Nice tackle. Block right there. It's Braden Bell. And he is able to get a nice kickoff return here. And he'll get to Boonton's side of the field. Nice block there by Braden Bell, entering his sophomore season. So here we are with Nick Sherburne under center. And he'll flip this one away. As Pequannock tries to push here for a few extra yards. And that is successful. It'll be a second down, but a good job there by the Golden Panthers. That was flipped to Matthew Dolan. So the Golden Panthers down 7-0, and this is their first offensive drive. They're looking to respond quickly after Boonton drew first blood. Here we go. Number 7, that is Brandon Daniel with the ball. It'll be a third down. Just shy of a first down.
Third down.
That was Brandon Daniel again, who had the football. He is able to gain enough to move the chains for a Golden Panther first down.
That's good enough for a Panther. First down.
This one handed off once again. Boonton's able to get on this one relatively quickly. Be a second down. So short gain here
Panthers second down.
on that particular play. Sherburne going for the pass, and it is caught. Andrew Zucala
From Pequannock, number 3.
with the catch.
Andrew Zucala. Tackle by number 1.
It'll be a third down,
Golly,
but
full leg
Pequannock's
go.
able to gain a couple yards there.
Panthers third down.
So the Boonton defense here has Pequannock on a third down. Golden Panthers looking for the first down. Nice keeper there by Sherburne. He's able to get the pass. And
Pass intended, number 3.
that one was dropped, intended to Andrew Zucala. Couldn't hold on to it. And now Pequannock in a fourth down situation. Andrew Zucala in his senior season. Same with Alex Bluestein, who is also part of this Pequannock offensive group out here on the field. So it's a fourth down, and the Golden Panthers are going to go for it. That was a bad snap there. Sherburne's going to play this one away, and the pass was intended to Andrew Zucala, but it's going to be incomplete, and it'll be turned over on downs. Boonton takes over.
Pass is incomplete. Boonton back with the ball.
Oh yeah, we had a really nice.
5 minutes left in your first quarter.
So we're down to the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter. And Boonton once again back here with the ball. And we're going to get a flag.
Flag on the play.
This one's going to be against Boonton. It'll be a false start. So Boonton will move back.
Full start. Boonton.
So that'll be a 1st and 15. Pass here to the side. Pequannock able to get on it.
Pass complete, number 1.
Hold Boonton to a short gain.
Tackled by Paquannock Panthers. Boonton second down.
If you guys are wondering why I'm not saying how much yards to go is we don't really have a counter for the downs and distance on the scoreboard, so we're not really sure. I don't want to make inaccurate guesses, but I'll do my best. So apologize for that. Second down here for the Boonton Bombers. We got another flag out here on the field.
Flag on the play. Ball run by number 10, Daniel Boots. Stop at number 10, Panther, Austin Daniel.
Penalty against Boonton. So we'll repeat second down. Boonton's going to be moved back. Looks like roughly 10 yards. Be a 10-yard penalty.
Oh yeah, he's funny. Character.
I see him every day.
This one's handed off to Josiah Chaplin.
Josiah Chaplin.
It'll be a third down. Boonton's not been able to get anything going, really. And the penalties have killed them big time. So third and long here. Pequannock's defense has done the job on this Boonton drive here. But Boonton here is going to get a nice run. Won't be enough for a first down. Let's see. Penalties have helped Pequannock, but Boonton may have gotten a big gain here. We'll see. We got a player down on the field as well, so an injury timeout with 2:59 to go. Looks like Boonton is going to be, well, for a second, they had it on a fourth down, but they're going to ultimately move the chains here, so Boonton is going to get the first down. But we do have, again, an injury on the field. It looks like it was a relatively quick one as the Boonton player was able to get off the field. Going for the pass here. Wide open and complete. Hasten Cherry will pick this one up here. We got a flag out on the field, though.
Complete. Number 0, Hassan Cherry.
So Hassan Cherry gets Boonton a first down. But again, we do have a flag.
Face mask on the court.
So it's going to be a 10-yard penalty against the Golden Panthers, a face mask. So not only Boonton gets the first down, they're going to gain another 10 yards here. So that puts Boonton right back into Pequannock's own side of the field, right near the 30.
Number 21, Justin Zammit.
So that was Justin Zammit on the carry.
Second down.
Maybe a second down. He wasn't able to get that much. Looks like maybe a yard. Looks like a gain of a yard or two. So a little short gain there for the Bombers. Handed again to Cherry, and he is able to get the Bombers another first down.
Carry for Boonton, 0, Hassan Cherry. Stop by 51, Pequannock.
The Pequannock defense has not been able to get the big stops here, especially when Pequannock had the advantage of Boonton committing a bunch of penalties early on this drive. But here we are as Boonton is in danger once again to going up by potentially 2 scores. Another handoff here. Looks like to number 21, Justin Zammit. As he'll gain a few yards here. It'll be a second down.
Carried number 21 for Boonton, Justin Zammit.
And we got an injured player here on the field. Looks like he's trying to get up. That is number 50 for Pequannock. That is Pablo Delgado. Looks like he'll get up and he'll be all right. We'll see if he walks off the field. Looks like he is heading towards the sideline. That was roughly a gain of 5 there for the Boom Bombers on their last play. Another run play here by Boonton. A little bit of shoving there. It'll be a 3rd down. It was Dustin Ackerman with the ball. Looks like a gain of 2 roughly. 3rd down. As the horn will come to a sound here, and that'll do it for our first quarter as we head into the second. So, Boonton again putting on the pressure on this Golden Panther defense, and especially in this drive here for the Bombers. Pequannock had many advantages, Boonton committing a lot of penalties, and at some point it was a 3rd and long, but Pequannock was not able to get the stop, and it ultimately killed the momentum, and Boonton has been able to ride that momentum since then. So we'll see what the Golden Panthers can do defensively here in the second quarter coming up. So here we are. 3rd down here for the Boom Bombers, second quarter underway. We haven't seen that much passing so far in this game between both these teams, only a couple. Boonton's able to gain enough here for another 1st down. So they move chains once again. They immediately snap the ball. And they cut to the chase right away. They're wasting no time on this drive. So Boonton again, endangering in the red zone. This one handed to Cherry, and he's able to make his way into the end zone for the Boonton touchdown. But hold up there was a flag thrown. So we'll see if this is against Boonton. If it is, it'll not count. So it will be against Boonton. So that touchdown will not count. They'll have to repeat second down. And they'll also move back. That was an illegal block. Boonton student section putting on a show over across. Making a noise here. Going for the pass here to Cherry. And he is in the end zone. Touchdown Bombers. Hassan Cherry once again will now make it a 2-score game. So the first try, Boonton was moved back on a flag. Second try, they get it. So here we are with the extra point attempt. Here's the kick. And that one is good. So Boonton will go up 14-0 here early in the second quarter.
Boonton 14. Panthers 0.
So the Panthers defensively have not been able to stop Boonton on both their drives. And again, Pequannock once again had the edge, but ultimately could not hold it down despite Boonton having a 3rd and long at some point, all the way in their own side of the field as well. But again, Pequannock needs to get on the board here to try to cut it down to a 1-score game to get themselves right back in it. Here in this Week 0 matchup. So here is the kick. That one was picked up by Chase Sharansky. And now Pequannock will get their offense back out here on the field.
Number 7, Brandon Daniel.
So that was Brandon Daniel who had the ball there. Gets a short gain of roughly 2, 2nd down. This one handed off here. It is to Brandon Daniel, who's able to get the Golden Panthers. First down here, I believe. Looks like they'll update that marker there. Let's just double check in. It will be a Panther first down. So, big gain there by the efforts of Brandon Daniel. As it's handed off to him once again, and he is on the run, breaking through some tackles, and he'll get the first down before being tripped up there. Nearly was able to recover, but he does it again.
Nice carry. Good enough again for a Panther. Down.
So big first down there, back to back for Pequannock. Handed off once again to, you guessed it, Brandon Daniel, but this time he is going to be tackled out of bounds at the sideline here. But Daniel will still get a positive gain. Looks like around a yard for the second down. Going for the pass. And it is complete. Caught by number 3, Andrew Zuccalla. He's still moving. And he will get the first down.
Again, carry good enough. Panther first down.
This offensive drive here for the Golden Panthers has been looking pretty solid so far. Again, down by 2 scores. Pequannock looking to get themselves on the board and right back in this game, cutting the lead in half potentially. Going for the pass. It's complete to Braden Bell. He's able to break through that tackle, and Braden Bell is in the end zone. Touchdown, Pequannock. Braden Bell. And the Golden Panthers are on the board.
Now he's able to break through that tackle, and Braden Bell is in the end zone.
So there is the instant replay right there for you guys. And the extra point attempt coming underway. Oh, they're going for the fake here. And this one is on the ground, so I'm not sure what they were doing there. It looked like they were going for the extra point attempt. I don't know if that was a bad snap or a fake, but it's not successful, so it's going to be a 14-6 game. So we're at 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in our first half of this game. Pequannock is able to get on the board though, but unfortunately not execute on the extra point. So they're gonna have to figure that one out. So Braden Bell with our first Golden Panther touchdown of the 2026 season. And now Pequannock will kick this one right to Boonton. And again, the defense is going to need to have a nice outing coming up.
Return by 0 for Boonton, Hassan Cherry.
So Hassan Cherry with the return there. As Boonton with their offense come right back out here on the field and look to try to get through this Pequannock defense, which has struggled on the first 2 drives of the game, and look to keep their lead by roughly 2 scores. The failed extra point attempt does complicate a few things for the Golden Panthers. So that was Justin Zammit who had the football there. He's able to gain, looks like around 3 to 4 yards. Second down. This one flipped right here and getting through the defense. And he is gone. Touchdown, Bombers. That was Josiah Chaplin. And now it's 20-6 in favor of the Bombers. Extra point is going to be good. It's now 21-6.
An extra point by 21. Justin Zamet is good.
So again, the Pequannock defense
Brings us
has not been able to get any stops. Boonton's been able to score on all 3 offensive drives so far in this game. So we're down to 7:14 to go in our second quarter of this game. Not so much time has ran off the clock. So the Boom Bombers here, right back to kicking. The kicker is Hassan Malik, number 67.
kick number 67, Malik Hassan.
On the return, I believe that was number 80, Alex Bluestein. Yes, it is. So Alex Bluestein on the return there.
Kick return, Panther number 80.
And
Bluestein.
here we are with a first down. As the Golden Panthers look to try to repeat what they did in their last drive and try to get themselves, again, back within 1 score. But they're going to need, for example, they're going to need a 2-point conversion to get it to a complete 1 score. So hand it off here, getting through. That is Brandon Daniel. Once again, he has been on fire lately. As he picks up a first down.
Stopped by Portland 0, Hassan Cherry.
So that'll bring Pequannock to their own 45-yard line. Going for a handoff once again. It is to Chase Jurenski this time. Chase Jurenski able to break through some tackles, and now he is gone. Boonton trying to catch up here. And Chase Jurenski to the end zone. Touchdown, Pequannock. So we'll see what Pequannock does here if they go for a 2-point conversion and try to get this to a perfect 14. It looks like that's what they could possibly be doing. So we'll have a timeout called here. It'll be on Boonton.
Boonton timeout. 5:39 left in the first half.
So Boonton coming out of the timeout here. We'll see what Pequannock does. It looks like Nick Sherburne is going to go for a 2-point attempt here, and this one is incomplete. So no good. It'll stay 21-12. 5:39 to go in our second quarter.
Panthers 12, Boonton 21.
And again, Pequannock will kick the ball to Boone, and I know it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but you know, got to get a big defensive stop here. I can totally get the momentum back into Pequannock's hands. And this one will make its way to number 3, Julius Asbury.
Number 3, is Julius Asbury.
Boone student section showing their noise, chanting, "We can't hear you," to Pequannock student section here. Big defensive stop may change the momentum though for everyone on this side of the field where we are broadcasting. So this one's gonna be handed off to Josiah Chaplin. We'll get a decent gain.
Josiah Chaplin.
Second down. Looks like that's just going to be good enough for a first down as well, actually. So they're going to give them the first down. Going for another run play here. Another nice gain here by the Bombers. So Dustin Ackerman. It'll be a second down, but he does get roughly 7 to 8 yard gain. Boonton wasting no time on their next play. But Pequannock able to get on this one. Quickly stopping Dustin Ackerman once again. So we'll have a timeout here called by Pequannock. So here we are as we come out of this Pequannock timeout. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. This one handed off once again. Looks like Boonton is just going to be shy of a first down. That was Josiah Chapman once again. So the Bombers with a fourth down. We'll see if they choose to go for it or they will punt it away. If Boone goes for it, Pequannock needs to get one more big stop here. And it looks like we will have the whistles blown for snap even occurred. It'll be another Boonton timeout. With 3:51 to go. So decision here, I'm guessing, that they're going to try to figure out here, make a game plan on a 4th and 1. So here we are out of the Boonton timeout. They're down to 1 remaining. Pequannock still with their 2. And Boonton is taking their time here. I wonder if possibly they could be trying to get Pequannock to draw offside for a first down. We'll see.
Come on. Come on, ref. Penalty. Delay.
Boonton is going to go for it on 4th down, and this one's going to be close. It was handed off to Justin Zammit. It looks like it is just going to be barely enough to move the chains. First down for the Bombers. So Boone will continue here on offense. They're able to get the first down. That was Josiah Chaplin with the ball for being tackled out to the sideline.
Stopped by 80. Panther,
That was Alex Bluestein with the tackle there for the Golden Panthers on defense. It's going to be a second down, it looks like. Gain of roughly 7 to 8. Now a run right here by the Bombers. They'll get the first down. Josiah Chaplin once again.
Josiah Chaplin, stop at number 8. Panther, Caden Robinson.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying our broadcast here on TJK Network. This is actually our debut broadcast of our whole brand new system that we have reworked over the summer. A lot of programming. Shout out to ChatGPT for all that work.
Carry number 0, Hassan Cherry. Stop once again by Pacquiao Panthers.
So we're at a second down here.
Second down.
It's like roughly a 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 5. Again, we don't really have downs and distance here on the scoreboard, so we're kind of eyeing it here.
Number 6, Josiah Chapman.
So that's going to be Josiah Chapman once again
Number 10, Panther, Austin
for being tackled there by Austin Daniel. He'll be just shy of a first down. 3rd and maybe a little less than 1. Ooh. They're going to change it to a first down. It was initially a third down, but quick measurement there, so first down, so it will be enough. And Boonton there, try to hand that one over to Hassan Cherry, but Pequannock able to get on him.
Stop by Panther 54.
And that is going to be a loss. Big stop there. That was Axel King with that big tackle there. As we reach under a minute, or excuse me, under 2 minutes to go at 1 minute and 40 seconds in our first half of this game. Quarterback is just going to run this one himself, so he will turn it into a positive play.
Number 10, Daniel Boots.
It'll be a third down.
.113 left in the half.
So we're starting to inch closer to 1 minute remaining here in our second quarter, but we're going to have a timeout.
Pequannock timeout.
So it'll be a Pequannock timeout. So here we are as we come out of this timeout. We do have the Boonton's quarterback name. It is Daniel Couts. Again, that was on my roster. We had some duplicate numbers. And as he goes for a pass here, looks like it was right at the marker. We'll see
Pass number 8.
if it's enough for a first down.
Joshua Leone.
No, it will be just short. So we'll have a fourth down coming up.
Boonton, fourth down.
So, sorry if we didn't have the quarterback name for Boonton this whole time. Our roster had his number wrong. He's wearing number 10. It's number 2 on this roster copy we have. As looks like we're going to get another timeout.
Pequannock timeout.
It'll be Pequannock. So it's a fourth down. Pequannock again needing another big stop here. 26 seconds on our clock in this game before we head to halftime. So both teams back out here on the field. Pequannock's down to no timeouts remaining. Boonton still has one left in case if they need to use it. 26 seconds to go again. And ball's dropped. Who has it? Pequannock will have the football. I mean, it was hard to tell from our angle regardless if Boone was able to hold on and it was kept in to be a 4th down where it would be turnover on downs, but I believe Pequannock did recover that. So a fumble recovery there. Comes up huge there for the Golden Panther defense. They'll take over with the football now. 1st down. So we'll see what Pequannock will try to do here. It looks like they're just going to run the ball here to run this clock out to halftime because Pequannock has no timeouts remaining. Boonton does have 1, and of course they're not going to use it. So we're reaching below 10 seconds. And that is going to do it. The horn will sound. That'll do it as we now enter halftime here.
And that is your half. Boonton 21, Panthers 12.
So both teams will go to the locker room and recoup here as we will enter our halftime show here. As the Pequannock cheer team, maybe Boonton's cheer team, will go out and perform. We will see. And just like last year, we will not be able to have the music going on in the background when the cheer team performs, as we have to avoid a copyright claim from YouTube on our channel. So apologize for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Pequannock Varsity Panther cheerleaders to the field.
So here come the Golden Panthers cheer team as they get ready to perform for your halftime show. And there is your Pequannock varsity cheer squad. Their first halftime show of the 2026 season. All right, so no marching band for this halftime show. So it was only the Pequannock cheer team who performed. As now we'll be heading into our halftime intermission here on TJK Network. Be sure to stay tuned for the second half coming up shortly. My name is Tyler Kazuzak. We will see you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody, to TJK Network as we get ready for the second half of this game with the third quarter coming underway shortly. The Golden Panthers currently trail by a score of 21-12. And they're going to need to come up with some big defensive stops if they're going to have any chance in trying to get themselves right back in the game. Once again, my name is Tyler Kazazak. If you guys are just tuning in and popping right into our live stream, be sure to once again hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Subscribing is completely free and helps us out a ton. And the Boone Bombers now coming out on the field. So, with football underway, with this game starting off our 2026 fall season, more sports will follow. On Monday, August 31st at 10 a.m., the Golden Panthers field hockey team will be opening their season up on the road at Wayne Valley. That is Billy DeMio's school, which is kind of funny. But the field hockey team on the road at Wayne Valley to open up their season. And on September 1st, be sure to tune in on the main TJK Network station as we will be covering the opening game for Pequannock girls soccer as they look to defend their sectional title this season. This year, they got moved up right back to the Liberty Division, and they have an absolute gauntlet of a schedule. And 2024, if you remember, was a rough season when they did get moved up to the Liberty Division after winning it in 2023 and, of course, losing all those class of 2024 players. And, of course, this year with the Golden Panthers girls soccer team losing the Ziegler twins and a couple other seniors, will the tougher schedule get to Pequannock, or will the girls soccer team follow through and have a fantastic season? Because if they have a good year in this better strength schedule, they're going to do some great things in the postseason. So again, on Monday, September 1st, 4 p.m. at PTHS Memorial Field, we will be covering the opening matchup, which will be against Mountain Lakes.
What'd you say? My cane. I learned when we were rafting a couple weeks ago.
So, of course, with that coin flip we had in the beginning of the game where Pequannock kicked in the first half, it'll be Boonton to kick in the second half of this game as we now enter our third quarter. Here we go. Nice return there by the Golden Panthers. And we are now underway. Golden Panther offense will come out and try to attempt a possible comeback, down 21-12. The defense has struggled in this game, but they came up with a big stop as we approach the end of the second quarter, getting that fumble recovery to prevent Boonton from potentially scoring once again and blowing the game out of reach potentially.
And they're all looking at me, and I'm like, it's not happening. She's like, turn around.
Sherburne will hand it off. It is to Chase Jerensky, still on his feet. Before being tackled, looks like out of bounds there at the side, but he will get a first down.
Stop by 0, Hassan Shari.
Go in the back of the boat.
Panther first down.
No, apparently not. You just go with the party.
I moved the baby.
Going for the pass here. It is complete to Braden Bell before he is pushed aside. It'll be a gain of looks like roughly 6 for the second down.
Panther second down.
Who's got an extra baby? I can't come out. I know. It was wide open.
Sherburne will do a fake handoff and keep it, and he will run this one. We'll see if he is able to get the first down, and he will get the first down. So good quarterback run there by Nick Sherburne with the keeper.
You know why he's jumping in, right?
As the Golden Panthers continue here inside of Boonton's own side of the field.
She brings me to like, they bring me to like the party area, so where the boats are connected. And I'm like, I'm out here all day.
Sherburne hands it off. It was to Chase Jerensky, and Boonton was able to create a wall there.
Number 2, Chase Jerensky. Stopped by Boonton.
And that is going to be a loss of a yard or two. Second down.
Everybody know that you're doing it? She's like, I don't know, I don't care. So whatever. So we're laughing.
Panther second down.
They do? They know. I was like, she's like, are you serious? You really think they have a clue? I'm like, if all these people are doing it, it's just people.
Sherburne with the keeper, and he is wide open there, able to run to the end zone. Touchdown, Pequannock. Sherburne was left wide open there, and he was able to freely just run right to the end zone. No pressure anywhere near him. And he gets a big touchdown here for the Golden Panthers. It is now 21-18. We'll see what the Golden Panthers do when it comes to either going for an extra point or a 2-point conversion. Looks like they're going to go for 2. And it is good to Braden Bell. We got a 1-point game, 21-20.
2-point conversion. Panther number 19, Braden Bell.
And that is how you start this second half here. Pequannock had a pretty quick drive and were able to not only get the touchdown, but they successfully get a 2-point conversion. And now this is a 1-point game.
And your score, Panthers 21.
So 9:50 to go here in this third quarter. Now the Pequannock defense needs to do its job and find a way to come up with a big stop here. They have struggled in this game, but their last play was a fumble recovery, prevented Boonton from potentially scoring in those last 30 seconds of the second quarter. And now let's see if that becomes momentum in Pequannock's favor. So Boone with the return here. First down. It was not a really far kick. It was really high. So it only is, I would say, maybe 15-ish yards from midfield. No, I'm sorry. It looks like it's going to be 10 yards exactly from midfield. So it'll be inside Boonton's own 40. Dustin Ackerman.
Carry number 2, Dustin Ackerman. Strong stop by the Panther defense.
Able to gain roughly a 7 to
Second down.
8 yards. Be a second down. Boone able to run this one to a first down. They're still pushing to try to get a couple extra yards for the whistle goes, but the Bombers will move the chains.
Carry number 2, Dustin Ackerman for Boonton.
So that was Dustin Ackerman again with the football. As the ball is now on the Pequannock 45. Handed off, and a nice quick stop there. Looks like maybe only like a 1 yard gain. Second down.
Carry number 21, Justin Zammit for Boonton.
So Justin Zammit
Another strong stop by the Pequannock's defense.
was the one on the carry in that recent play. Good job there again by the Golden Panthers. Only holding it to a 1 yard gain. Flips back here. It'll be to Hassan Cherry. And he is stopped for a third down.
Carry number 0, Hassan Sherry. Stop by number 5, Matthew Dolan. And number 7, Brandon Daniel.
So Matthew Dolan and Brandon Daniel were the ones with the tackle. It's a third down. Boone was only able to gain maybe another yard or two off of that play. Got a flag out here as the play will continue on here, and we'll see who that penalty will be against.
Carry number 10 for Boonton, Daniel.
We also got an injured player here on the field, one of Boonton's players. And he is in some agony, it looks like.
Injury timeout.
can't see who that is. Let me look through my binoculars. Yeah, we'll see when he gets up. Hopefully he is all right, but well, he was definitely screaming and holding on to, looks like his knee, I think. And on top of that, we have the verdict on that flag that occurred. That was a hold-in against Boonton. So Boonton's going to move back. So the ball's back in their own side of the field at their 45. So the clock was paused from this injury timeout with 7:10 to go. And it looks like he will get up. It is number 1. That is Cali Polanco. Looks like he'll walk under his own 2 feet, which is good. So it looks like hopefully it wasn't a severe injury. So he'll go to the sideline and both teams will come back out here on the field. 1-point game. Pequannock looking to stop this Boonton offense here. It's a 3rd and long. Trying to go for a run here. And it'll be stopped.
Carry number 10, Daniel Counts.
So that was Daniel Couts. That was a quarterback keeper. He's able to gain some yards, but of course not enough here for a first down.
Boonton, 4th down.
It's now 4th and still relatively long. So looks like Boone will send out their punt unit. This is, I believe, is our actually our first punt of the game, if I'm not mistaken. So now Pequannock with a big opportunity here.
Wow. No, but I mean, like, he's aware of
To potentially try to get something going here, down by 1. As Pequannock just let this one drop and land. It was right around maybe the 15.
Panthers back in possession.
So Pequannock starting near their own 15-yard line. As we'll start with a handoff here. Short gain of maybe 2 to 3 yards. 2nd down.
Panther Brandon Daniel.
So Brandon Daniel will move Pequannock and get him up to roughly now exactly at the 15-yard line. Second down. Going with the handoff again. That was to Brandon Daniel once again. He'll gain maybe another yard, but it's going to be a 3rd down. And we got another injured player on the field.
Injury timeout.
player still down on the field. Can't tell what team it is, I believe. Here's a Boone player. Yeah, it is. Just gotta double check there. So another Boone player down. We'll see. He's all right. Looks like he is going to get up. That is number 2, Dustin Ackerman, who has been playing a relatively good game, and looks like he is having trouble making his way to the sideline. And he's going to need some help, so that's not good for Boonton. But hopefully he is all right, ultimately. So here we are as we come back here in this game, 3rd down. Sherburne going for the pass to Braden Bell on the side, and he'll be tripped up there
Pass complete, number 19.
for the 4th down.
Braden Bell. Stop at number 7.
And we got another Boonton player down on the field.
And their 4th down.
If it's number 1, I think it's the same kid that was down here. Like 9 o'clock. It's like 2 hours. I gotta be up early.
I love it. I'm not there. I'm not making money. Get your 8 or 9 hours. Get your 7 or 8 hours. I like it.
And then 2 days later, Monday, TJ comes on and is like, I'm playing Saturday. I'm like, what? I don't even know how to schedule our calendar because there's
It was kind of like when you played 7th grade and 8th grade. Maybe you played A and B or B. Remember B?
you just spend
Back
your
in the day?
entire weekend.
You're done. Friday night, Sunday afternoon. You're done.
So he will make his way up. Again, our Boonton player was down. That was number 7, Kawan Cherry. It's a 4th down here for Pequannock. There's a 99% chance they're going to punt this one, as this one is far in their own side of the field. Looks like, okay, for a second, I was going to say no way they're doing that 1% chance. That's why I said 99. 1% chance they were going to go for it, but no. We'll set up in our punt formation. Here goes the football. And now Boone will take over. So Callie Palenko will actually be on the return, so that's a good sign that he was one of the Boonton injured players. Looks like that's a good sign for the Bombers. He is back in the game. Still a 1-point game. Can the Pequannock defense do their job once again? Hand it off here. Looks like the tackle is right around the line of scrimmage. Maybe at best a 1 to 2 yard gain. Looks like it will be. Second down.
Second down.
So 4:26 to go in our third quarter here. Golden Panthers looking for any opportunity they can get here. Boonton on the run. Will be a tackle there right at their sideline. It's going to be a third down.
Number 0.
But Boonton will gain another couple yards here. Looks like it's going to be a 3rd and 3 roughly,
Matthew Dolan.
as Matthew Dolan was able to get that tackle. Hand it off. Pequannock able to create a wall there for a nice takedown. That was handed off to number 6, Hosea Chapman.
Initial stop by number 5, Matthew Dolan.
And we got another injury here on the field. It's another Boonton player. They can't catch a break. So what is that? I think 4 straight injuries to different Boonton players. Unless this player here is one of the previous players who had to deal with something prior. It'll be number 6. That's Hosea Chaplin. Again, one of Boonton's key players here to their offense. Looks like he'll get up and make his way to the sideline on his own. So that's a good sign there for the Bombers. And we'll get right back into action here. 3:14 to go. 4th down. But it looks like it's roughly a 4th and 1. So Boonton, I think, is going to go for it. They are. Handoff is there. And Pequannock there with the stop. It was handed off to Justin Zamet. And looks like they are going to give Boonton the first down. It was a close one there, but Boonton goes for it, takes the risk. And they're able to capitalize. So Boonton continues here on this current drive. It was handed to Justin Zamet with the football once again.
Stop by Panther number 5.
He'll get a gain of roughly 4 yards. Second down. Matthew Dolan with the tackle for Pequannock. As we reach to our 2-minute mark in this third quarter. Pequannock trying to hold on to this 1-point deficit so they can get a big chance to potentially try to complete the comeback. Boonton here is going to run for it before being tackled at the sideline.
Carrying the 20 for Boonton. Jeffrey Schumacher.
Be a third down.
Pushed out of bounds by Panthers. Boonton, third down.
Boonton with the run play once again. Pequannock with the stop will be enough for our first down. Let's see.
Once again, carry. Boonton's 21.
And that is going to move the chains. First down for the Bombers. As they inch their way closer to the red zone. .49 seconds to go as well. To go in our third quarter. Flipped over to Julius Asbury, and he's able to break through some tackles here, and he'll make his way in the end zone. Boonton with the touchdown.
Carrying the 3 for Boonton. Julius Asbury. Carrying. Touchdown, Boonton.
So the Boonton Bombers able to get a touchdown here. Let's take a look at the play here. You can see how he breaks through the tackles. So Julius Asbury able to get through some of those defenders there. And now Boonton is up 27-20. Extra point on the way. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good.
Extra point is good. Boonton's number 23, Jacob Fusion.
Still a one-score game. If Pequannock were to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, that would tie it up at 28-28.
Boonton 27. Panthers 20.
But it's 28-20. 22 seconds to go. So Pequannock will look to try to respond after that Boonton touchdown, as they'll get their shot on offense here. Again, still within reach. We do have a good game here. At first it looked a little bit worrisome. I mean, defense has still been a little sketchy for Pequannock in this first game. But they've been trying to fight and keep this one close to try to get themselves within reach. So here we are with Boonton kicking the ball to Pequannock. Cutting through some tackles. There's number 25 who is on the return. That is DJ Chokov. Before he is stopped there.
Kick return for Pequannock. Number 25, TJ Chokov.
Pequannock 4-5 last year. Boonton was 5-4 last year. Pequannock, of course, missing the state playoffs last season for the first time since the 2022 year. And they're definitely looking to bounce back this year and write a new chapter. And all it takes is to get off to a good start here. Pequannock is trying to battle back in this game. Going for the pass here. Intended for Braden Bell. It'll be incomplete. Second down.
That's intended, number 19. Braden Bell, incomplete. Panthers, second down.
There has not been a lot of passing in this game, I'll tell you that. A lot of run plays from both teams. And that's one thing I will mention about Pequannock is they have a good run game. As the horn sounds here, play will still continue on here until it's officially done. And Pequannock will get the first down as our third quarter will come to an end. So we'll head into our fourth and final quarter. Pequannock down 28-20. So that was Chase Jerensky there with that run to give the Panthers the first down. But as I was saying, before the horn went off, we were mentioning how Pequannock has a really good run game, but the problem is that they tend to have that as their number one play, as they tend to use it a lot. You don't see that much passing. We haven't really seen a deep ball attempt so far in this game. So we'll see if it comes down to maybe the final 5 minutes, or when it starts to become crunch time, we see some real desperate deep ball pass attempt type of plays, especially if Pequannock is still trailing in this one-score affair. So here we are as we enter the fourth and final quarter between these two teams, Pequannock and Boonton. Both teams looking to start their season off on a good note, but only one team can start 1-0, and the other being 0-1, of course.
Carry number 2, Chase Jerensky.
So Chase Jerensky with the football, and this is going to be a 2 to 3 yard loss. Second down. Going for the pass here at the side. Complete to Andrew Zucala. Andrew Zucala able to break through, and he'll be tackled here at the side. It'll be a first down, but a huge gain there for the Golden Panthers.
Carry number 3, Panther Andrew Zucala. Once again, good enough for a Panther. First down.
And on top of that, we have another injured Boonton player. That's 5 in a row now, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be Cali Polanco, and he was injured before. And now he's hurt again. So clock will be paused at 11 minutes and 11 seconds here. As again, it's another injury timeout. Boonton has not been able to catch a break, unfortunately. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, we have 2 Boonton players down, so that's even worse. I just noticed that. So we actually have 2 down. I was paying attention to the one here at midfield that doesn't really have anyone around them, but yeah, we got 2 Boonton players down at the same time. So it looks like the first Boonton player that's right at midfield, number 1, Cali Polanco, is going to get up on his own. Looks like he'll be all right. And the second Boonton player, that is number 7, that is Kawan Cherry. And it looks like he'll get up on his own, which is a good sign as well. So yeah, there were 2 Boonton injuries at the same time. So yeah, they have definitely not been able to catch a break. So here we are as we get back into game action. Golden Panthers with a first down as this one's handed off here. Breaking through some tackles. That was Daniel, and he'll be tackled here at the side. Brendan Daniel. And it will be another first down. Pequannock in the red zone. And they are within goal distance. First and goal. So a chance here for Pequannock. Get something going here. This one handed off into the end zone for the touchdown. Brandon Daniel for the Golden Panthers. It's now 28-26. So we'll see what the Golden Panthers do. I have a high probability in my mind that they're going to go for the 2 to tie this one up at 28-28. They're going to go for the 2-point attempt. Going for the pass here to Andrew Zucala, and it goes off the tip of his fingers. So it'll stay 28-26. Still plenty of time though for Pequannock, as we have 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this final 4th quarter. So we have a 2-point game, 28-26. Boonton still up by 2. But it's still a relatively close game. Pequannock looking for any fighting chance here. Their defense will have to make, again, a big stop. Try to keep it that 2-point Boonton lead. Because, again, any touchdown, even if it's just 6 points, puts them ahead. Actually, if it has to come down to this, if we get to this crunch time point, within field goal range, you can make this a 29-28 game. So even this game can be decided by a Pequannock field goal. Pequannock can still try to win it that method as well. So here we are with the onside kick, it looks like. Boone will slide down and pick that one up. The onside kick attempt there didn't have any bounce for it to go like any uncertain directions, but I guess it was worth the try.
Covered by number 8, Boonton's Joshua Leon.
So Boone handing this one off once again. Going for the run. It'll be a short gain of maybe, looks like 4 yards.
Dustin Ackerman.
Second down.
Strong stop by Panther defense.
Hand it off once again. Pequannock with a nice grab there on Hosea Chaplin
Carried for Boonton, number 6, Josiah
for the third down.
Loss of yardage.
So a third down situation. Can the Golden Panther defense get a big stop here? As Boone is still in their own side of the field, this will definitely most likely force a punt unless it's 4th and 1, where they may take that risk. If it gets to a 4th down. Boone having some pressure there, and it'll be a loss. It was handed off to Julius Asbury, and he was not able to get through that Pequannock wall of defense. It's a 4th down, and again, a loss in yardage. So this certainly will force Boonton to punt this one away. And their punt team is out. So Boone here punting the football away. I'll take a bounce right here. Pequannock's just going to let this one land and roll its way. It'll be just right by the 30-yard line. Inside of Pequannock's own side of the field. So Pequannock's offense is back out here. They had a good drive last time. And see if they can do it again. They're down by 2. 8 minutes and 22 seconds to go in this game. Plenty of time. Pequannock will go for a run. Dodging a couple tackles there before being taken down. It looks like it was roughly right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a few yards. Looks like it will be. They'll give Pequannock, looks like 2. Chase Terensky dodged a couple tackles there before being taken down. So 2nd down. Going for the pass. Deep ball attempt here. Andrew Zucala can't get there in time. Incomplete.
Pass intended, number 3.
And we got another injury here. It's a Pequannock player this time.
And their third down.
So it'll be a third down. Andrew Zucala couldn't get there in time, but it looked like a little bit overthrown, but it was almost perfect. That would have been a beautiful, wide open opportunity there, especially to get Pequannock their passing game when it comes to waking up on that side. Because again, it's been a run-heavy football game overall, and we have yet to really seen any deep ball attempts like that. So the player that's down for Pequannock is the quarterback, which is Nick Sherburne, who again has been playing a relatively solid game, but again, he has been handing the football off a lot, but the few passes that he has done, he has came up relatively solid and big. And of course, this was his first deep ball attempt, if I'm not mistaken, really. And he was pretty close to getting it, but unfortunately, it'll be incomplete as Justin Zucala, the backup QB, will warm up here. And we do have his stats in case if he has to be thrusted into this game. So it looks like we're going to have a new quarterback in this game. We're going to quickly show the graphic. So number 4, Justin Zucala will come behind center and will now try to be a hero here. Pequannock is down 2. At 28-26, so now a new QB under center. We'll see what he can do. So Justin Zucala, in also his sophomore season, as Nick Sherburne. And here we go. Hopefully Nick Sherburne is all right, but that'll be already a big blow to the Pequannock offense. And it looks like Justin Zucala is going to take this one himself, going for the run. And he'll gain a couple yards there, but nowhere near a first down. And we're in a 4th down situation now.
Carried by 4, Justin Zucala.
Justin Zucala couldn't find anybody.
Josiah Chaplin and number 9, Jack Allen for Boonton.
Couldn't find anybody on the. Looks like he was trying to look for a passing lane, but couldn't find anybody open, so he decided to take it himself. He was able to gain some yards, but again, not close to a first down at all. So it's a 4th down. We'll see what Pequannock does. It looks like they are going to go for it. So going for it. On 4th down. Deep ball attempt here. And incomplete. Intended to number 19, Braden Bell.
Pass intended. Number 14.
So the ball will be turned over on downs, and now Boonton will take control inside of Pequannock's own side of the field. And now the defense is going to have to do a big task here and keep Boonton off limits from scoring. So 6:33 on the clock. Again, there's still a good amount of time left, but again, depends on how Boonton's drive goes, because, you know, they could run this clock down. So here we go. Pile up right there.
Camera 1 for Boonton. Kali Palenko.
So that was Kali Palenko with the football. It'll be a 2nd down, but a big gain of roughly 8 to 9 yards.
Boonton's 2nd down. Just about 6 minutes left in your fourth quarter.
So we're getting close to that point where I would say on the air in this game, starting to get to crunch time soon. And, you know, Pequannock's going to have to figure out ways here to get aggressive on defense. They need to maybe find a way to get a big turnover or something, whether that's an interception. But again, I don't think interception is going to happen because there hasn't been any pass attempts really. A lot of running, so you're going to have to try to force a fumble if you're going to try to get a turnover. Boonton will run it once again, and they will move the chains. So Boonton will flip this one over. And it'll be a tackle here at the sideline out of bounds. Believe that was Callie Polanco. We'll see. Couldn't really see player. It'll be a second down.
Second down for Boonton.
So slightly positive gain. Looks like maybe a yard roughly. So again, we'll see what Boonton can do here on this offensive drive. Second down. Pequannock looking to try to get a big defensive stop. And that's a big tackle there by Brandon Daniel.
Carried by 0, Hassan Cherry for Boonton.
So that was Hassan Cherry who had the football. Again, big tackle there by Brandon Daniel.
And number 75.
Helping him out was number 75, Brody Genove.
Brody Ginobili.
So that puts us at a third down. Boonton did gain maybe like a yard or two from that previous play. But a big third down stop Pequannock looking to get. This one will be flipped over to Hosea Chaplin, and he is stopped to see if it's enough for a first down. And it looks like he'll be short. Fourth down.
Stop by Panther number 5, Matthew Dolan.
So Matthew Dolan gets the tackle there.
Boonton, fourth down.
So we'll see what the fourth down decision is for the Golden Panthers. Or for the Boonton Bombers. We'll see what the Golden Panthers can come up with on defense. That's what I'm referring to, because a big stop is definitely going to be needed if Boonton does go for it, which I am highly banking that they will do. Alrighty, so not sure if we had a timeout called here because there was nothing announced. Yeah, there was nothing announced, but I believe there was a timeout called. I'm not sure who it was, but both teams are back out here on the field. It is a fourth down. Boonton will be going for it. So again, Pequannock looking to get a big stop here. Big pile up there. Will it be enough? Let's see. And it will be enough to move the chains. Boonton first down.
Dustin Ackerman.
Dustin Ackerman was able to get that just enough to the marker. So 3:24 to go, and yes, this is now my time of saying that it is certainly crunch time, so the Golden Panthers are going to have to find a way to keep Boonton off the board in these dying last few minutes. And we'll see what the quarterback situation is like to see if Nick Sherburne will come back out here on the field, or will it have to be Justin Zucala, younger brother of Andrew Zucala and former Pequannock player Nick Zucala. So that was Dustin Ackerman with the football. He was able to get, looks like roughly a 5-yard gain.
Second down, Boonton.
So second down. So we will have a timeout here. It is by Pequannock. Certainly needing to come up with a big stop for sure. As both teams will come right back out here on the field. Big pile up there as Boonton tries to again run for some more yards. That is going to be a third down.
Carry number 6, Josiah Chaplin. Third down.
So 2:15 to go. The clock is still running. Golden Panthers were 0-4 here at PTHS Stadium Field at home last season, and technically they're on pace to continue in the losing streak into this season if they're not able to find a way to close out this game on a good note here. So Boonton inching their way closer. Will it be enough? Yes, it will be. So the Bombers, hold up, wait. They were in the end zone for the touchdown, but I saw a flag come up. So we have a flag on the play. We'll see who it's against. If it's against Pequannock, this touchdown will stand. Minute and 40 to go in this game. The clock is paused. Looks like this penalty is going to be against Boonton. So the touchdown, we're trying to figure it out still. It is going to be against Boonton. They're going to be moving back. For a second, I thought we called the wrong penalty because there was a little bit of confusion, but it looks like, yes, it's going to be a Boonton penalty, so they'll move back. That touchdown will not count. That one's off the board, but Pequannock will need to come up once again with a big opportunity here to find a way to get the football right back into their hands. And they're going to be going for the field goal attempt. So here it is. And it is no good. So that was huge there. So the field goal attempt Boonton goes for is no good. And now Pequannock with a big opportunity here. They have 1:40 to go still. The clock hasn't moved. This is going to be the game drive of a lifetime here, especially we'll see who comes under center here to see if Nick Sherburne is okay.
Will recover. Panther 19, Braden Bell.
So 34-26. Once again, we apologize for that little score mistake. Again, they were trying to figure out that penalty, and no one really said if it was a official touchdown on the announcement. So we had no clue of if it was a penalty when it comes to that scoring. So it was a penalty on Boonton, but it was towards the extra point attempt, which was no good. So again, we're at 34-26. And now Pequannock is looking to try to get a big one final drive here as the clock runs down to 1:20. Going for the pass, and it's incomplete. Third down. So it's an 8-point game. So again, Pequannock still has a chance to try to get that score evened up if they're able to get the touchdown and 2-point conversion. So we're at a third down here. So 56 seconds to go here. Pequannock has to get a first down. Even if it's a fourth down, they have to go for it because there's no time to waste now. It is definitely crunch time. They're down 34-26. Boonton scored a very strange touchdown. It is Justin Zuccalla under center. It is complete, the pass to Caden Robinson. As he was taken down, it's going to be a first down. So Zuccalla with the pass attempt, and he overshoots on that one. Incomplete. Intended to Justin Zuccalla. So the pass was no good. 32 seconds to go in this game. It's also going to be a second down. Again, this is a big drive here for Justin Zuccalla, who had to be thrusted into this game late because Nick Sherburne has gone down. We haven't seen him. Here we go. Actually, speaking of Nick Sherburne, he is actually back in this game, so. Or hold up, I can't tell the number. The number is a little hard to see. Yes, it is Nick Sherburne, so he's actually back in the game. So Justin Zuccalla did his part and coming back into this game as Pequannock will take a timeout on top of that. So Sherburne, just as we were talking about him, he is back in the game. So a couple attempts there by Justin Zuccalla. He's able to keep the game going. It's a good job by him. So it's good to know that the injury wasn't anything serious. As a lot of the Pequannock students here are coming to our side of the bleachers in front of us. We have 23 seconds on the clock. Game is still within reach despite that odd Boonton touchdown that had a extra point attempt that was failed due to the penalty, which we didn't know, so we apologize. We thought it was a field goal attempt. And the touchdown, or excuse me, the touchdown was called back as looks like this one will be a keeper here by Nick Sherburne as he runs to the sideline here.
Nick Sherburne.
Another first down. Now the game is getting intense. This is the drive of a lifetime, and it's only the first game of the season. One can set up for a chance to tie it up. They need to score a touchdown, and they need to get a two-point conversion. Under pressure. Going for the pass. Incomplete.
That's intended number 17.
So now we are down to 6 seconds. 6 seconds. So this could be the final play if Pequannock's not able to get this one out of bounds in time. They're needing to get a pass near the sideline. That's the only way you can stop the clock. We have no idea how many timeouts are remaining for Pequannock because the timeouts have been 0 on the scoreboard. Again, it's been a little bit of a difficult game to cover. We don't know really the specific exact yards and to go for the downs, so we've been winging it with estimations, and of course some things haven't been announced. So we apologize for some of the mistakes that we were unaware of. Here comes the pass. Incomplete. And the clock will run out. Boonton will take the first game. Pequannock's losing streak at home continues. And that's going to do it.
That is your final. 34. Panthers 26. Thanks for coming out, supporting everyone. Appreciate your energy. Great season ahead. Good luck to both teams as we move forward into overdrive with the season. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend.
So that'll do it here on TJK Network. So Pequannock drops their first game of the season to the Boonton Bombers with a final score of 34-26. So they'll start the season 0-1. The Bombers start 1-0. Unfortunate ending for the Golden Panthers. They had pretty much the game down to the last drive, but couldn't get anything going as Boone's able to run off enough clock and able to defend their lead. So again, we apologize for that final Boonton score, as again, we didn't know if the touchdown didn't count or not because it was a penalty against Boonton. It was ultimately a penalty that moved them back to the extra point attempt, which we thought was a field goal. So the extra point was no good, so that's what it was. It was a 6-point touchdown for Boonton to end this game off here, as they're the final team to score at 34-26. So, my name is Todd Kazazak. Long season ahead here. We are looking forward to covering all the games here for Pequannock once again. So anyways, we will see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Peace out.